guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 70 of our First Star Challenge with Everton. And first things first today, we have a Champions League quarter-final draw to get to. Now, it looks like it's a bit of a hit and miss on the draw. We've got Paris and Liverpool, Celtic and Stuttgart. So, I mean, two names you'd expect to be there and maybe a few you wouldn't. Actually, looking at this here, so we've got behind my head here, Dortmund, ourselves, Man City, Leipzig. Now, Leipzig are a decent team. They spent a lot of money on some good German players. Celtic, who you'd love to get, Liverpool, who you'd like to avoid along with Paris, and then Stuttgart as well. So it's a real licorice all sorts, isn't it? You could get a dream draw or quite the nightmare draw. So let's see who we get here. Celtic, love this, and we do get Celtic, and it's away from home first of all as well. That is near on perfect. We couldn't have asked for a better draw. Leipzig will get City. That means Liverpool will get Stuttgart. I mean, they've got a good draw as well, haven't they? So there's the quarterfinal draw. We get Celtic. Let's have a quick look at what they have here. One player that we've had a look at, Wonder Kid, so decent. Let's see if we can see their team here. I mean, they've obviously got a decent team to get this far. Shaqiri's there, 31-year-old Shaqiri. Ryan Fraser, that name is familiar. I think he starts there, doesn't he? The name's familiar. Juan Chan, decent. So there we go. Anyway, we'll discover them more as we go to play them, but a decent start to the episode that we've got Celtic in the Champions League quarterfinal. And having drawn Celtic, we will be playing them this episode right after we go to Watford. Both of those games, of course, away from home. But since you last saw me here, we've had 3 games and 3 really, really good wins. Tough wins. First up, away to Tottenham. Again, a banana skin this one. It was a tough game. And before this game started, Liverpool won 7-0 against Newcastle. So the pressure was on. But Raphinha and Bernard, they both got goals for us. Tottenham got one back in the 93rd minute, 92nd minute. So that made it look a little bit less comfortable than perhaps it was. You can see there, it was a relatively even game. We just took chances. We defended well for the most part. And that was a really, really good win on the road. Then we went and played Chelsea, again away from home. And again, we won a really, really tight game. Now, I felt we edged this one. You can see our player ratings were better than theirs. We just about edged the match stats. I felt like we just about deserved this win. But again, it was a really tough game. Raphinha with goals again. Yeah, I mean, this has very much been a Raphinha the Great, as the episode is called. Because then we went and played West Ham at home and Raphinha got a double. He was player of the month for this month. Where is it here? It was in March. Player of the month, 4 goals in 3 games, absolutely superb. He even missed a penalty in this one, going for his hat-trick. But a Raphinha goal, Bernard with another goal, just maybe starting to find a little bit of form. Again, West Ham got one back late in stoppage time, which made it look a little bit more uncomfortable than perhaps it was. But again, it was a relatively even game, but we had more of the highlights. I think a lot of their shots were sort of from distance. But you can see Lafont played well, which is never a great sign. But yeah, we won that well, 3-2. But before that game, again, Liverpool beat Manchester City. If we have a look at the league table here, we're equal on points. They have a better goal difference. They've played a game less. I mean, look at this run of form. They beat Arsenal 3-0, City 1-0, 7-0 against Newcastle. I mean, they just those 2 losses to us, and then they lost to Manchester United. They drew against Stoke, but they've just rebounded, and I worry a little bit now where they're going to drop points. And the thing is, I mean, I was looking, I feel like we've been on a really good run of form. Look how long it's been since we lost the game. We lost in the FA Cup there on penalties. We've had a couple of draws thrown in there, most of them in the Champions League, though we haven't actually lost the game in the league since Chelsea at home on the 25th of September. As I said, a few draws thrown in there, but this is very much like real life Premier League this year, isn't it? We sort of play the role of Liverpool, I guess, where we had a little bit of a slow start, but not the worst, really. Especially with who we lost to. And we've just gone on this run, and they're not dropping any points. They're not dropping. I don't know what to do. We've got a relatively decent run in, but we still got to play Manchester City at home and Arsenal away. So we've still got 2 tough games. And I just don't know what to do. Anyway, since last episode, we've also had a new youth intake. It wasn't the best, if I'm honest. It wasn't the best. Lee McMahon, a goalkeeper here. It was decent. I think he was this year. Decent enough. Chris Conway's old, Baines is old, Jones is old, Barkley, I think, is a new one, a right winger, but, decent enough potentially, but nothing special there. Joe Lyons, again, decent enough, but, we all have better strikers in the under-18s, never mind coming, beyond that. Was Billy Bowden, a new one. He was, he could be decent, good passing, good vision, decent enough first touch for a 15-year-old. So there's a couple of maybes there, but yeah, it wasn't the best youth intake we'll ever have. Is there anything else I want to update you on? Oh, the only other thing is Milo made his France debut. So we have another French international in our midst. But that is essentially it. So let's go and have a look at the team that we're sending out to face Watford. Do I have the match preview screen here somewhere? There we go. You can see, we're in excellent form. We've got a decent record against Watford. They've never beaten us, but I always worry that just means this could be the day. Just have a quick look at the way we expect them to play. Standard playing style, attacking mentality. Now, they do have a little bit of a funky formation here. 3 at the back and then sort of a 4 screen in front of them and then just sort of 3 guys up front. So that could be tricky to get around. You can see that it looks as though they're quite spread. So we might get some love through the middle. We could maybe get in behind their wing backs if they're getting forward. There's the passing network. Key passes tend to be longer, coming from sort of central areas. So yeah, we'll just kind of play it by ear, see how that goes. But this is the team we're sending out with, again, half an eye on the Celtic game. But it's Lafont in goal, Timon, Taylor, Luis Felipe and Kenny as a back 4, Berg and Davies in midfield, Richarlison, Sergio Gomez and Bernard down the wings. We're going to give Fraser a game up front. He's played a couple of games. He hasn't scored yet, I don't think, no, but he's looked okay. So we're going to give him a game over Selke, who continues to look rubbish. And there is a goals of the month after this episode as well, at the end of this episode. So for all those goals, if in between episodes, you will see them at the end of the Celtic game. So they are playing this sort of weird formation. I've never seen that before, I don't think, but we'll see how we go. Klung says, tell the team they're expected to prove a point. I'm wondering if it's just to go out there, relax. Go out there, relax. The result will come. Just play your games. I'm passionate. We have faith to try and fire them up a little bit. We should be good enough to do this. Of course, the problem is that it's away from home, which can always be tricky, but we'll see how we go. Now, before we get this game underway, I just want to say a big thank you to a new Patreon, Aaron Coleman. Thanks a lot, mate. Greatly appreciated. There is a link to my Patreon down in the description if anybody else would like to support the channel, other than just by watching. That's always an option. But yeah, just a big thank you to Aaron. Now, here's a chance for Berg at the edge of the area. Tries to curl one just past the post. Just a big thank you to Aaron. All right, Gomez from the set piece. It's headed across, flicked across the face of goal. I missed who it was that got the header, but a decent enough effort there. Come on, boys. This has been a decent start. What we just need to do here is go and add a goal to this decent start, don't we? All right, got some work to do defensively. I've got cat hairs up my nose. Berg wins the header. Richarlison brings it down. This is making me a little bit nervous. They're playing out from the back, which I like, but always a nervy thing to do. Bernard just loses out there, unfortunately. Long way to go without a challenge, and that's just past the post as well. Come on, boys, come on. Let's give this another get creative. Let's see what we can do. We do have Calvert-Lewin on the bench. We can bring him on. Ideally, we'll keep him fresh for the Celtic game. Let's maybe throw out demand more here. Just to see if we can get a little bit more from the team. Let's wait and see what happens from this highlight. We really want this opening goal just to relax the game down a little bit. They've gone long there. We've won that back through Davies. Berg with the ball now. Back for Stuart Taylor. Come on, mate. It goes early over the top. Are we going to put some pressure on here? This is becoming a bit of a long, pointless highlight, which means something's going to happen. Davies has picked that up for Sergio Gomez. We've got a man getting forward. Can Richarlison find the overlapping Kenny? He can. Cross comes in. It's headed away. Should be easily picked up by Berg. We go again. Davies in for Richarlison. For Gomez. Early ball there for Kenny. Can he get a cross in? Back post. Oh, it's a penalty. Fraser's gone down. It's been hauled to the ground. It looked like a stonewall penalty. It has been given. And who's going to take it? Is it Vlad Zitnovicius on the field? It'd be Gomez, won't it? Who's number 10? Sergio Gomez. It is Gomez. Come on, mate. We need this. Gomez! Get in goal. There we go. the pressure Liverpool is putting on us is absolutely immense, and we just can't afford to lose, and we haven't been losing, and we still can't afford to lose. Demand a bit more of that, please, boys. Gomez just about got the job done there, didn't he? And that is 1-0 to Everton. Yeah, I mean, this would be, it would be an insane season in real life, wouldn't it? Just the two Liverpool clubs running away with it. Richarlison just missed the post. I can only imagine Liverpool would just be the place to be, wouldn't it? Just both sides of the city, just relentlessly winning games. I've never had a season like this before. Where I've had, obviously, if you've watched my other series, like the Villa game, we're doing quite well. But there's no one else really that's going like toe for toe with us the same way that Liverpool is here. When you have a season like this, you kind of expect that, you're going to win the league quite comfortably. Here we go. Fraser, what's he got for us? In for Bernard. Bernard tackled away, clear, and that is... another penalty. It's another penalty. What has happened here? The video... it wasn't a foul. Okay. I didn't see a foul in there. The tackle on Bernard looked clean enough. That's half-time. A good performance without being fantastic, would you say there? I'm going to say, can we do an assertive, things are going well, you're capable of better? Because it hasn't been perfect, has it? Not by any stretch of the imagination. Let me know in the comments too if you've ever seen a formation like this. I've never seen a formation like this before. It's just so defensive but at the same time attacking with wing backs, isn't it? Like I'm not saying I don't like it. I kind of do actually, but yeah, it's just a difficult one to come up against. Fraser's done fine, hasn't he? Leading the line there, won the penalty, of course, making life difficult. He's rapid. Not the strongest in the air, but he is rapid, which is something that will obviously scare any defence. I'd like to see him, if he can get a goal, get underway. Oh, it's not the best there. Can we win that? It's a flick on to nobody, and that should be our ball. Now, that's not going to be a highlight, is it? So something else is going to happen here. Taylor has got space to drive into there. Let's just use this space here. We do find Gomez. Look at Davies is in an acres and acres of space. He's got all of Vicarage Road to himself there. Cross comes in, not the best. And again, that's surely not the highlight, which means something else is going to happen here. And I'm increasingly getting nervous. Come on, win that, please. Win that. We do win that. Can we get the second ball? We can't. We get the third ball, though. Eventually, we won it. This is, as I said, a long highlight. Here goes Bernard. What's he got? A little bit of magic. Time on. Crosses it in. Back post. Richarlison! Just over the bar. Oh, come on, boys. Let's get this second goal and be done with it. We'll demand a little bit more. While it's 1-0, you just worry. And like I keep saying, we can't afford to drop points. Have they changed formation there? No, they haven't. I mean, they're very set up very, very defensively. All right, from the corner. Come on, let's head one in here. Head one in. It's back post. It's away. Oh, are we going to get counter-attacked? Is that Ross Barkley? Come on, boys. Come on. Let's win that ball. Win that ball. Cross comes into the box. Oh, no! We've been hit on the counter-attack. Time on. What are you doing? He's just stood there and watched it go past him. We're going to try exploiting the flanks because they have those two blockers in midfield. Actually, no, because we've had some space through midfield. What can we do? Oh, that's really, really annoying. The reason we're sitting deep like that is they score most of their goals from through balls, but I'm wondering if we just put a bit of pressure on them. They may have changed the way. They did just bring that Luan guy on. I'm wondering if they've sort of changed the way that they're playing. We didn't do much wrong there. We've just let the winger ghost in, haven't we? Come on, boys, show some passion. We need to dig deep now. Oh, we need to dig deep. Richarlison's not playing well, is he? He's not playing well. We'll bring Raphinha off the bench for him. Raphinha has been magnificent, so we'll hope to get something from him. Otherwise, okay, let's take Sanderberg off for Zamora as well. Bring on a more attacking player there. And see what we can do. Let's get creative. It's a throw. Davies. Back for Kenny. Gets the cross in. It's there. It's there! It's there! It's Fraser! First goal for the Blues! And it is 2-1. What a time to score. What a goal to score. Let's go back. Do we be cautious? Maybe we do, you know, the way that they're set up. Let's maybe be cautious. Let's have another look at that. What a first touch, and he's powered that in as well. Really, really good goal by Stephen Fraser, our young Scottish legend. I'm going to throw out the word legend. Yeah, the way they're set up there, we might look to hit them on the counter-attack and just set up a little bit differently here. Here's some more. Can we get a third goal and just wrap this up here? Shoot, mate. It's there for Fraser again! Just past the post. Okay. We're going to sit deep again. We're going to regroup. We're going to slow down. We've got 10 minutes to go here. We're going to be more disciplined as well. And we'll just lower our tempo. Just pick our moments a little bit better here. Come on, boys. Come on. Let's throw out a concentrate. Let's really start and close this thing down. The other thing we'll need to do is sit our fullbacks because we don't need them bombing on anymore. That's fine, and that is fine. And then let's go there. This is the quickest way to do it. Just take a seat, boys. Pull up a deck chair. Don't do anything silly. And anything else, I think that's fine. Come on. Let's see this out now. Let's see this out. I think we've done it. We're into... Oh, this should be it. We're 30 seconds over. Zamora, just clear it, mate. Into touch. No time for the line out. Excellent stuff. That is a big, big win. A massive win. The pressure valve just releases for a second in the league. We've just about deserved that as well. We were the better team. I don't think they can have any complaints. Well done, lads. Do we warn against complacency, maybe? No, we'll say it's a bit of a let-off. We just about got away, didn't we, with that one sort of lapse in concentration on the counter-attack, but we go top. We'll have a quick look at the league table. We're 2 games in hand, 3 points up. So it's still very much in Liverpool's hands. But we just keep that pressure on them. One of us is going to crack. Let's hope to God it's the red side. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We've got a Champions League fixture against Celtic coming up next. Okay, welcome back. It is time to play Celtic in the Champions League. We are favourites for this game, and let's be honest, against a Scottish team, we should be favourites. So we've just got to put in a good performance here. Now, since the last game, it hasn't been that long of a break, but there has been some changes, some good news and some bad news. The good news is we have made a signing, a 17-year-old left-back, a Belgian left-back. Personality is fickle, which isn't ideal, but my long-term plan for this guy is that he's a replacement for Digne. Now, we don't get him, of course he's 17, we don't get him, not in the winter transfer window, you can see New Year's Day 2024, so he'll come in the next January transfer window. Obviously we're in April, so about 8 months time or so. But yeah, I think decent physically, decent technically, decent mentally. I think there's a good left back in there. We paid 9.5 for him. You can see there's an increase in his contract. But yeah, there's extra money if he plays 20 games, 50 games, if we win things. So if he doesn't work out, then we won't pay more than 9.5 for him. But I think that's a good signing long term. The bad news is that Raphinha has picked up an injury, which means he is done for about a month. So he's out of both legs of the Celtic game. It's a twisted ankle. So yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but we do have good depth with our wingers, so hopefully we'll be able to get by okay with that. Now let's have a quick look at the way that they're playing, or we expect Celtic to play. Standard playing style, balanced mentality, and if we look at the analysis report, this is the way we're expecting them to play. This is how they played against Aberdeen. You can see that tend to play up high. There might be some love to be had in behind their fullbacks there. There's their passing network. Key passes sort of more in and around the box. This is the team we are sending out. We've had to make changes. Obviously, fixtures coming thick and fast now at the Premier League as well. So it's Lafont in goal. It's Digne, Tar, Stark and Milo as a back four. Witsel and Canente go in midfield. Raphinha, Vladic and Bernard continues down the left with the injured Richarlison. Calvert-Lewin goes up top. Fraser wasn't an option for this one. He's not registered in our Champions League squad. Because at the time he registered, of course, Cook was fit, Trevoh was fit. We were registered Selke, obviously. We just didn't have room for him. Klung says, tell the team they're expected to go out there and prove a point today. Come on, lads, show what you can do to keep our run going. Let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get on out there and hopefully win a game of football. Because, I mean, let's face it, we want to go further in the Champions League. And having drawn, I mean, it has to be considered a soft draw, doesn't it, for the Champions League quarter-final standards. It would be a real shame to go out to Celtic. This is all about goals too, really, isn't it? I mean, away from home, European tie, you just want to get the away goals, chalk them up, and then sort of sit back at home and watch the other team squirm. So that's the plan. But you've got to remember, I mean, Celtic are obviously a good team. They're not in the quarterfinals by mistake, I'm sure. All right, here we go. Lafont, it's the first highlight of the game. Ball out there for Digne on a booking which isn't ideal, but we'll kind of trust him on that one. Witsel in for Vlasic. A little bit of space in behind the midfield there if he can find it. Here goes Raphinha. Raphinha cuts in. Raphinha goes on a run and just can't quite bend it into that top corner. Good stuff from him, though. Promising stuff from Everton. We haven't had as much of the ball, though, which is a little bit troubling. They are dominating possession, more or less. Can we give it another get creative here? See what we can do. I almost started Lookman instead of Bernard in this one, but Bernard is still a really good player. He's just not having his best season. Here we go. Bit of a corner routine. Cross comes in. Stark's there to clear. It's still danger, though. Still danger. Still danger. Can we get a cross block in here somewhere, please, boys? We can. Canente, just maybe get rid of that. He does. And, he finds Bernard as well. Bernard finds Raphinha, and this could a very, very dangerous counter-attack for us. Can we get a cross into the box? Oh, that was a big chance. Big, big chance. Is it going to continue here, though? Canente for Vlasic. Look at Digne getting forward. Look at Digne. Bernard goes himself. Bernard! We've seen him score that goal before, haven't we? Have we come straight back? Another highlight. Can we win this header, please, boys? You get the feeling a first goal here could be very important. If it was to go to Celtic, they might grow in confidence, and this could become very difficult for us. That should be easy, and is cut out by Bernard. Bernard, a horrible clearance, to be honest. Not good at all. Can we win that back? Can we win it back? We're putting pressure on them, but they're getting the job done here as far as they're concerned, aren't they? We can't quite win this ball back. We're putting pressure on them, which is good. They've worked some space. Oh, it's a good goal. You can only hold... That's a good goal. They've worked that space well. We've clocked off maybe ever so slightly in the middle. And they've scored. They just pulled us around. Got in behind us there, and Zatar just clocked off ever so slightly, and you've got to be better than that, mate. You've cost us the goal there. All right. Not the best performance, is it? Not the best performance we've seen from the boys. We've got to dig deep again here now. We've got to dig deep, just like we did against Watford. Here goes Bernard. Some space there. There's lots of space through the middle. He's gone past that defender like he's not there. Bernard goes again. Bernard! Oh! There's chances. We've had chances. We need to put one away. A couple of minutes before the break, it would be an excellent time to equalise, wouldn't it? Raphinha knocks it in. It's headed away. Canente's there. Canente! It's deflected in. A little bit of luck, but we'll take it. It's an away goal. And that is what we needed. That is really, really good. Right before half-time. We'll tell them to concentrate here so we don't go and concede a goal straight back. But excellent stuff. Look at that. Raphinha. Decent enough ball in. And Canente, too much time and space. They didn't close him down. A little bit of luck with the deflection, as I said. But we'll take that, won't we? So there we go. 1-1 at the break. The away goal is king, isn't it? We're ahead. The more away goals we get, the better. We've had chances. We just haven't been finding, not shooting on target. Dortmund 2-0 up against Paris. That's a surprise. I'm going to say I'm not happy with that. These match ratings aren't good enough. We haven't played. I don't think you could accuse us of playing well there. That would be a stretch, wouldn't it? We'll tell the guys on bookings just to watch their step a little bit. We'll get back out there. And we might just give it an early get creative. We've told him off at half-time. We want to give him a little bit of encouragement now. Vlasic isn't having a good game. Neither is Raphinha, which is unlike him. He has been our Lord and Saviour the last month or so. But he's just having an off day today. Is that sort of what he's up against? Let's try to demand more. Would we take 1-1? I mean, it's better than losing, isn't it? But we'll just see how this goes. We're not playing well. Now, is that down to Celtic or is that down to us? The problem with Raphinha is we can play Lookman on the right, I guess. He is right-footed. That's a bit of a lungy tackle in there. Dignate's done a poor header out. It's a poor header out. It's been cleared. Oh, we've got away with that. And now we're going to find ourselves on the counter-attack now. Here goes Raphinha. He's not had a good day. Can he pick it up here? Decent ball in. Back post. Bernard is there. It is he. Back to his best. doesn't usually play till after Christmas. Maybe he's not going to play till after Easter this year, but as long as he starts playing, I'm okay with that. That was a really good finish. Good ball in from Raphinha as well. We'll ask for a little bit more of that. We've got a little bit of luck at the other end. We've got to be honest about that. But is the luck going our way? Good ball from Raphinha, and that's a stunning volley from Bernard. How does he get his foot that high? I would rip my leg off if I tried to do that. I wouldn't be able to walk for a month. But that's okay. That is okay. That is another goal. That's 2-1 up. 2 away goals, more importantly. Calvert-Lewin's not having a good day. I wonder if we give Selke a chance here. Not quite good enough there. Let's bring Selke on for Calvert-Lewin. Vladic not having a good day either. Witzel's looking nervous. The mistake I've made, I've got Davies on the bench and not Berg. So we might stick with Witzel. I don't understand why an experienced player like that, the captain, is looking nervous. It really shouldn't be the case, but he is, so we'll kind of have to deal with it. Let's get in front of that, please. Too much space there. Come on, boys. Let's maybe just go back to positive. We'll take a 2-1 win on the road, won't we? I'm going to take Witzel off. He's nervous and he's on a booking. Ideally, we wouldn't have Tom Davies in that sort of role, but yeah, Witzel just looks a bit of a liability right now. Is there anything else we want to do here? We do lose a little bit defensively, don't we, by taking Witzel off, but yeah, I just don't like the idea of a nervous player on a booking in the centre of our midfield. That seems like screaming for a problem there. We've cleared that with Tar. I tell you what, I have been really impressed by Celtic. They've really given us a game. It's one of those, can we nick that? We can. Canente's got to that. Selke lays it off for Raphinha. Can Raphinha pick him out? He's gone for Bernard. Look at the middle. Square it, mate. Square it. We're queuing up. It's Selke! Bernard and Selke scoring in the same game. What is this witchcraft? 9th goal for Davy Selke. He hasn't had a shocking season. I mean, he could well go on and get 10, 12 goals if we played him. But, I mean, hasn't been a typical Davy Selke season. But that is... Has he hit that off one leg onto the other one? It looks suspiciously like he may have. But a third away goal. We've been scratchy, we've been patchy. But I tell you what, we've put ourselves in a really, really good position here, haven't we? Well, we won't make any more changes. We might even throw out some praise if we can. That last goal has really kicked up the match ratings. Suddenly it looks like it's been a good day at the office. But we've lucked out. That's the second goal we scored. Could easily have been us going 2-1 down, not 2-1 up. But we'll take that and run. A little bit of luck when we've needed it most. And yeah, are we happy? Need to guard against complacency, I think. Wow. Just wow. Dortmund 4-0 over Paris. That is a shocking result, isn't it? That sends shockwaves around Europe, that one. And then obviously, I mean, we got what essentially I think we felt like we should have got coming into it. 3-1, I think we would have taken that. I can't believe Bernard and Selke have scored in the same game. That is a flashback, isn't it? But there we go, guys. That is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. And make sure that you are subscribing and ring the bell if you want to know when I upload new episodes. We'll be back next time. I think we'll just come straight back. It's a title race and it's a Champions League game. I think we want to be there for both of those, don't we? So it's Fulham away. It's Celtic at home. I'll see you next time. Until then, here are our goals of the month for March. Take care.